Hi and welcome to C# tutorial of income tax and wages calculator. Let me show you guys how this works. I'm going to click on reset now. There, as you can see, another reference number is generated, and let's enter the name of the company there. Let's say it's Peace Aviations, and the name is, let's say, we just call her Johnny Davis. And the pay for Johnny Davis, tax period, code, NI of Johnny Davis, and NI code there. All we then need to do is to click on that. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we'll put one of these together. Let's do that now, guys. Welcome back to C# development environment, and now I'm going to click on create new project. Okay, let's start a new project. Select C# and select Windows Forms application. Come right here and give your project a name. So I'm just going to call it CS income tax and wages there, and let's click on save. Okay, my form is ready. Now I'm going to define the size of this form. Let's make it 1386 by 800. There we go. Now the next thing I'd like to do is to go straight to the toolbox, and right in there I'm going to need the following component. But first of all, let me select that, bring that here, and let's change the back color of that. There we go. Okay, that blue. I'm just gonna extend this that much, and click and drag one more here, and click on this one, bring it down a little bit, yeah, and then click and drag. That is alright. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to reduce this, then I'll just copy it across 1, 2, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for this one. Let's delete that, undo that, delete this very one here, and just copy these two across. Okay, so all that is left now is for us to add some text component on board. So I need a text box. I need about 3 of those here, 2, 3, and I need 4 text box here. I also need a combo box. So back in here, we need 3 of those here, 1, 2, and 3. Then we need 1 here, and a label, a text box there. Now we need labels, and 3 of these here. Then we need labels. We have 1 for the heading, 1, 2, 3. Right. Those are all the labels that I need, and I also need 1 here. I'm gonna need just 3, not 4. Delete that. Then we need a button right here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, here I'm gonna enter the following. Let's change that to income tax and wages. And now let's change the color, the font color of that, to something really well. I'm going to make that maybe control light, and let's change the font size, and there we go. Make that bold, and let's come right down here, make that about 36. That's fine. Take it up and copy this across, paste it underneath here, and I'm going to change this to tax and summary. tax and wages summary there. Okay, that's fine. So let's do one more thing, just reduce the font size of that maybe to about 30, and this one is going to be known as reference number. There we go. Okay, I'm going to make this, change this one to employer, and this is going to be employee. In fact, let's increase the font size. We're going to increase that to about 30. Something readable, make that bold. I think 30 might be too large, so maybe we'll make it 22. I'm going to come back down, say undo. Let's come here and just make that 22. Bold 22. Right, that's much better for me. Okay, I'm going to speed this up now that you guys understand how to change the content on each label. Okay, so let's speed that up. Okay guys, this is how it looks now. So I'm just going to click on start to run it. Okay, let's exit now. This is how it looks anyway, but let's exit out and start work with the coding. So I'm going to scroll right now. Maybe let's start with the exit. Double click on exit. With the exit, I'm going to declare the following dialog. Say dialog result. There we go. And the name of my variable is going to be called iExit, and I'm going to now enter something for the iExit equals message box dot show, and in there we're just going to enter confirm if you want to exit or not. That's my exits taken care of. So now I'm going to come in here now, just grab the name of each of these components so I can just reset. No, we don't want to reset reference because that's automatically generated. So double click on this dot text equals there, and the next one, let's see the name of the next one. Okay, that would be employee. This is for employer. Employee. Okay, I'm just gonna speed that up. Yeah, so these are the lines of code for the reset, and I've also included lines of code that will generate the numbers. So only when I click on the reset would this be generated, but let's put it on the form itself. So double click on the form and there. So let's run this program and see how it looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. As you can see, the reference number has automatically been added, but in here there's nothing there. Okay, let's exit out. Yes, we want to exit. Okay, let's add some data to the combo box. So the first one I'm going to take care of is going to be combo payment. Okay, let's say dot items and dot add, and what we're going to be adding, let me make that 120, 1200, and so on. Now the next combo, that is going to be combo tax period. Okay, then we just say dot add item and so on, and that is going to be the period. That's going to be January, and I'll just speed that up. Press enter. Alright, that's for the tax period taken care of. The next one, let me choose, that will be combo tax code dot items dot add, and what we are adding in there, that's going to be this tax code. So I'm going to say, let's say 00117 and let's enter semicolon there, and so on, guys. There. So that's for the tax code, and I also had to speed up the NI code, combo NI code. So I'm going to save that and just run it, and you guys see what I'm talking about. Okay guys, let's try this out. There we go, and the tax period is October, and let's say that's tax code, and there, and payment for this very guy. There we go. So let's assume the company's name is Peace Aviation, and all we just need to do is to enter whoever it's gonna be, and in here, once we click on this, we expect all of this calculation to show up, and the date we have to program that as well. So I'm going to exit now. Let's try out the reset. Yeah, the reset is working. That's good. So let's exit. Now the next thing we want to do is let's go back to that button right there. Okay, let's go to my income tax button, double click on that. Okay, right here on the button income, so I'm going to first of all declare the following variables. So I'm going to say double, and first one, let's enter Q, followed by, I'm going to declare another one called P, then D, then G, and let's say this is going to be deducted, and maybe wages paid. There, those are the variables I intend to use. There's 6 in total. Now let's do this. Q itself is going to be whatever we have inside the combo box for wages. So let's say Q equals wages. But I'm going to have to convert that because the variable is double and the content inside Q is string, so it's going to be dot convert to double. And what I will convert into double, that's going to be combo box payment, this very one, dot text. There. Now let's use an if statement to check on whatever we have inside Q. If Q is less than and equals to 1200, now use curly braces there, then I'm going to go for the gross pay dot text equals, let's get that converted to string, dot to string. And what are we converting to string? That will be Q. There. So the first logic is taken care of, and let's say txt taxable payment dot text equals convert dot to string, and that will be Q minus, let's call that pay, instead of me repeating this all over, because the basic pay will be just pay, so I might as well just create another one here. Let's call that pay, and in here we just say pay equals, so that is this pay here is the maximum you can take home before tax, so we have to deduct that from Q. Now let's come down here. The next thing is let me say P equals convert. Let's convert that to double. Dot to double. And what we convert into double is going to be whatever we have inside the tags itself. So I'm going to copy this, open up a bracket, paste that in there, and there. Okay, with that, we've now added the value that we have inside taxable payment straight inside P. Now we need to work out the percentage. Okay, whatever we have in here, we need to tax it now. So in that case, that's going to be, let's say, deducted. Okay, let's just call it tax deducted. Tax deducted. Okay, tax deducted. We'll copy this. Tax deducted equals whatever we have inside P, multiply that by 0 for the very first one, because we're not going to be taxing whoever is on the wages of just 1,200. Now the tax deducted itself is now going to be transferred into TXT deduction. Tax deduction dot equals, we have to convert that to string value. So I'm going to copy this and just transfer all of this straight in here. There we go. So that is taken care of as well. Okay, let's run our program and see what we've done so far before we carry on. So I'm going to select the very first wages, which is 1,200. There we go. Taxable payment is going to be 0 because we don't tax any wages between 0 to 1,200, and the gross pay for that is that. So if we take this away from this, we end up with maximum wages. Well, for one thing first, we need to take care of income not tax. Income not tax in this case is going to be 1,200. So all we just need to do is to come in here and enter TXT. Let's create some room there. TXT, that will be not. Let's try that again. TXT not taxed. Not taxed. Dot text equals. We now need to convert that to string value. Is equal this. So I'm going to copy that, paste that in there, and get rid of this. So now tax as you where is 1,200. Okay, so get rid of that error. Let's run it. Let's see. Now come in here, and there we go. So that is fine. Exit. Let's see. Yeah, that's working fine. Exit. Then the next thing we now need to do is, let's say G equals, convert G to double. Yes, double. Yes, copy everything in here. G equals double, paste it right in there, and in that case the gross pay, let's see, it's going to be gross pay. There we go. Come right down in here. This will be G, and get rid of this. So let's say the next one is going to be D. Press enter. D equals all of this, and that will be deduction, tax deduction. Right, now let's use wages, a variable called wages paid. Copy that, come right down here. Wages pay equals G subtract by D. And now TXT net pay dot text equals, let's convert that to string as well, equals this, and that is the wages paid. Come in here, paste wages paid inside. Right, all of that is taken care of. Okay, let's run it and see. Okay, select this and click. See that? Well, let's convert this to pound sign, those three. Now let's come right down here. So we need the gross pay, we need this as well. So let's just copy this, paste it there. Gross pay, where is that? There we go. Copy, paste, and we also need deduction. Paste that in there, and let's say this equals string dot format. Yep, and that is going to be parentheses, speech mark, 0C. Okay, I will come down here, comma G. That's the very first one, so that should take care of this. That's for the gross pay. Just gonna copy the rest, paste it here, and repeat the same thing for this one. Okay, for the TXA tax deduction, that's going to be D, and for wages pay, that will be for this. Alright, so if I run it now, we should be able to convert the whole lot to pound sign. Get rid of this. I have an error there. If you notice, I spotted that error because there was a red line here. Look at it. Next time, just click on it. It will take you to where the error is. So take that off. Now run the program. Let's run it and you guys see what I'm talking about. So run there. Select this, and there we go. Oh, we need to change this. Let's come back in there. Alright, I spotted the error. That was supposed to be inside curly braces. Yeah, repeat the same thing for this. There we go. Right. Okay, let's give it a try again. Save it first. Now start the program one more time. Now select that, the first payment. There we go, that's fine. Now we have our pound sign, so let's clear, exit, yes. So, and that's it, that's all. It's all done. So all I just need to do now is I'm going to copy everything we have in here and then use else if. Copy and come right down here. So else if, paste that I've just copied. Right, I think this ought to be space in there. Else if it is 1,700, and in that case the tax is going to be 20. There we go. That's that taken care of. Now let's run that and see. So if your wages is 1,700, there, look at that. Subtract this from this and you get that. So I'm just going to copy paste for the other wages we have in there. We have 2,200 next. That would be for 22, 27, 32 and 32 and above. This would be 32 and above, 32 and above. So in the case of 32 and above, that would be 37.7%, and this one is going to be 32. 32 will be 35%. We can say maybe 0.3 or whatever. Now that is the tax rate for that. Here we have 27, let's say that's 25, and we then have, no, this will be 22, okay, 27, and that would be 22 here, 22. So 25 Where is 30? No, this should be 30%. That's a 30.2, and this one is going to be 25%. There. And that's all there is to it. So have a good look at it. The first condition, wages is 1,200. So that's it. All you then need to change is the calculation for the tax right there. So the second condition, all I changed was the wages is 1,700 and the tax percentage is 20%. The third one, 25%. Wages is 2,200, 2,700, 30.2%, and this one 3,200, that's 35.3%, and finally over 3,200 you get tax at the rate of 37.7%. there. So I'm going to run it, and all that is left for us to do is just to take care of the dates of payment. So let's assume this one is this and that, and the wages is 2,700. That's good. 3,200. There, that's it. So let's take care of the date. Reset, exit, yes. So as for the date, let's go straight into the form load. Double click on the form itself and right here. So what I'm going to do is right underneath here, I'm going to declare as follows. Let's say date time, that will be, let's say today, T, let's use uppercase T day. Okay, T day equals, so what I'm doing right here is creating an object for date dot today. Okay, enter parentheses, close that, and the next thing is, since we've got that, we now need to assign as follows. So date dot days, lbl date dot text equals tday dot to string. And what do we want to confirm? To string, let's say d for date, and there. Okay, all right, we don't need, oh, it's get, so let's get rid of this. We don't need the parentheses there. There we go, that's it. If you notice, I enter date. D represent date. If I don't enter date, it's going to display date and time. Okay, let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. We have the date, that's fine. Supposing if I delete that, look at what's going to happen. It's going to give us dates and there. We don't want that, so let's get rid of that. Undo. There we go. So on the form load, we have the following: random reference, random function was used for reference, object used to create the dates. The following was added straight onto all of the combo box, and that's all for the form load. And now the calculate button, this is it. There we go, guys. Alright, now I'm going to run it and let's see how it's going to look like. First of all, let's enter the name of the company. So let's say the company is Sunny Aviations, and the name is Captain Paul DJ Omen. Tax period is October. That's the tax code, national insurance number, and tax code. Wages Yeah, I'm well paid. There, that's it, guys. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed, and please subscribe, or you can always join and become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.